In this part of Unit O, we will be discussing decreasing page load time. Ensuring that your web pages load as quickly as possible in your users' browsers makes your site more useful to potential customers or other visitors. Now, while many other factors affect the rate of loading, such as the speed of a user's internet connection, obviously, those aren't within your control. Now, you can optimize your web pages in several ways to make things quicker. Speed optimization is very valuable for all users that are accessing your site, but it's especially important to consider for mobile users who are often accessing your site over a slower connection. Web developers agree on many best practices for decreasing your overall load page time. And some of those best practices include like minimize number of server requests, minimize sizes of HTML documents and related files. That just makes sense. Compressing your CSS and JavaScript files, removing any hidden page components that aren't being used, implementing image sprites, which we'll do in the next lesson, and moving JavaScript to the bottom of a page. And we've already eliminated in the example that we're working on, we've already eliminated the hidden image and the figure element from our main index.html file. And we incorporate compressed CSS and JavaScript files and delay the loading of one of our scripts to enable the page to load more efficiently. Let's go ahead and look at that now, and we will, here in our folder, we're looking at in our mobile folder, we are looking at our HTML-4 file here. And obviously you want to go in there and you want to add your content that has your first name, last name, and then the text HTML5 unit O, so that you know that this is your file when I'm looking at it on the web server. And we're going to change the name of this file to llmobile.min. There you go. With it renamed, let's go ahead and now open the file so we can see what's in here. Just want you to take a good look at what is actually in this CSS sheet. The file here, the llmobile.min.css, we've titled it .min because it is a minified version or a compressed version of the mobile style sheet that we created earlier. Minifying removes comments, spaces, and other characters that are useful for human readability, but that don't affect the meaning of the code. The process preserves all the style information from the original document, though. Many free programs that minify CSS and JavaScript are available to download, so you can research those as you build onto your HTML and CSS skills. Alright, now that you've taken a look at that, let's close that and we're going to go back to our index.html. Okay, let's go ahead and change this link element here from llmobile.css to llmobile.min. And then if you haven't already done it, go ahead and make sure your script source here is scripts llmobile.min.js. Now let's go down here just before our closing body tag. And we're going to add a line here. Let's go ahead and put in a script element. We're going to have our script element for our modernizer-1.6.min.javascript file. So let's go ahead and put that in now. Once you got that in, we'll just see here that you'll see that that script is here located in your scripts folder. Let's go ahead and save our index file. And once you've got that saved, go ahead and publish your web page and open it with a mobile device if you have one available. Once you're done with that and you've seen how it looks, if you have a particularly slow data connection, you may notice that the page loads more quickly. If not, if you don't see a change, it's not the end of the world. We've just done what we can as a best practice for decreasing our page load time. So once you've done that, go ahead and go back in here to your index.html, locate the link element for the mobile.min.css style sheet, and then let's just change that back now for the href attribute back to lomobile.css. So we'll just change this back to lomobile.css. And then go ahead and save it again, guys. That's it for what we're going to look at this week for decreasing our page load time. The next part that we'll be working in here in Unit O is incorporating sprites. And a sprite is just a combination of simple image editing and CSS code that enables you to load multiple background images for a web page within a single request to your web server.